Greetings, everyone. This is your weekly Lenormand Tarot Forecast for May 31st to June 6th. Okay, so we're going to go through each sign, and I am going to do a 5-card pull from the Mystical Lenormand Tarot deck. And I'm just going to invite you to call in your intentions for the week. As I go through this reading, and start with Aries. Calling on the ancestors and spirit guides of Aries. Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising. Weekly forecast, May 31st to June 6th. Answer this in the name of the Most High, Ashe. Okay, 5 cards, Aries. Okay, so for Aries, to start, we have a sheath. So the sheath represents cutting things out, removal, responsibility. A man of significance. So this man is someone mature. They could be a businessman as well. And I say business because right next to the man is the fish money, or the fish card, which stands for money. Here we have the birds card for peaceful communication, in-person communication. And then we have the bear card, and the bear represents something major happening. Okay. So I think that Aries will be taking on a new financial responsibility. The line starts off with the sheath for responsibility and obligation. So there's some sort of financial responsibility, pressure comes up from interacting with this man. So you're going to be interacting with a male, someone of masculine influence, or you are a male, right? And you have this financial responsibility. If you're a male, you're doing this on your own. If you identify as a female, you are doing this with someone else, or you have to communicate to someone else. But either way, the financial communication, this is a very large amount of money, or very impactful amount of money. The overarching theme right here is the heart card. So there's something that you really needed, that you really wanted, something that you desire with money. So some major money deal, money investment. Granted, if you are attracted to males, right, you could be going into this financial agreement with a partner, right, or a masculine influence that you are attached to in some way, right? So that is the reading for Aries. Now we move on to number 2, Taurus. Guidance and direction. For Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, your reading for May 31st to June 6th. Here, we have the stars. So the stars represents hope, ambition, good luck, right? Then we have the dog card. The dog represents a friend, someone loyal, responsible, reliable, trustworthy. Okay, somewhat needy, the dog. Here we have the Rider for things happening quickly, returning to the past and resolving, because the Rider in this deck faces the left. So anything that faces the left faces the past. Here we have the Mice. The Mice represents irritations and annoyances. And we have the Stork card. So the Stork represents a new beginning, something brand new, something fresh, right? So, stars, dog, and the Rider. So for Taurus, I wonder if you've been hoping for something to happen with a friend, or maybe you're giving of yourself loyally to some sort of dream, some sort of hope. That could be with a friend. It doesn't really feel romantic. Those aren't the vibes. Yeah, did an overarching card. This feels like some sort of dream or hope that you have been having. Maybe, so you're coming into the week with this, something that you want for yourself. And I see you being loyal to the process. This is going to involve you resolving past issues, past complications. You'll need to resolve past complications in order to have this start, or in order to manifest this vision that you have. Past complications, that could be some minor things that need to be cleared up. The mice here represent something minor, so this doesn't feel like it's something major at all. It's going to lead to a new beginning. Here it leads to the fox, so you could begin becoming the fox. Maybe you begin like very strategically moving about to obtain this goal, but that's brand new in itself, right? Because the stork is the closest to the fox, to the overarching card, right? The significator. So it's going to be new for you to act in this kind of dynamic, this like very strategic way of going about obtaining this goal. But you do seem loyal to the vision. You just have to resolve some things from the past that are minor. Okay, so that is Taurus. Now we move on to number 3. Number 3 is Gemini. Gemini for the week of May 31st to June 6th. June 6th, May 31st. For Gemini, May 31st to June 6th for Gemini. All right, Gemini. Okay, 5 card spread, 1 significator. All right. Okay, so here in this spread for Gemini, we have the key. The key represents a new beginning. This feels like a new place. It's something material. So it's a new place, new location, something in the physical realm. Here we have the garden card. So the garden represents a group of people, a social scene, a social event. The woman card for you if you are a woman, or a woman of significance if you are a man. Here we have the Tower card for your independence, maybe some isolation. And then here we have the Lilies card. The Lilies represents authenticity and sincerity. So I'm going to read this in 2 different ways because it comes up in 2 different ways, and that makes sense for Geminis. Just saying, right? You got to see all sides of the situation. All right, so if you are a woman, right? So there's a new group of people that you have been involved with, that you've been becoming connected to. It's either that or some sort of event, some sort of niche. It's a group of people that it feels like a decision or a choice to be around these group of people. You do seem to be quite independent in the group, but also there's something authentic going on here. Your authenticity is showing up here in your... Okay, in the garden. Yeah, right? I'm sensing that you are able to be your most authentic self in this group of people. That is the aim, that is your intention, is authenticity, and you're being true to yourself while you're in this group of people, and that can make you feel independent from the group. So you're not really you're not really connected so much to the group. I see an emotional attachment but you have your independence, so there's no like relying on you. Okay, here we have the Coffin card. So I feel like the new group that you're in, so this could be as a result of ending something. This is a transition that you're going through this week. So you are transitioning into connecting to this group of people, this niche, this new group or social event, social scene that you're attached to, right? But you can act independently without any issues. Okay, so that is for Gemini. Now we're doing number 4. Number 4 is Cancer. Calling on the ancestors, spirit guides. For Cancers. It's the name of the Most High. All right, so this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. 5-card spread, 1 significator. All right. So if you are a male Gemini, this is essentially saying that this new group of people, you're going to meet a woman of significance that you are independent from, but you also feel authentically connected to. So this is as a result of connecting to that group of people. There's going to be a new woman that enters into your life, independent from that person, maybe not romantic at all. If you are attracted to women, it's just saying that you meet a woman of significance if you are a male. Okay, so that is for Geminis. All right, so now getting into Cancer. So with Cancer here, so with the Stork, the Fox, and the Home card. Stork, Fox, and Home. Okay, so it makes me wonder if there's a new home or a new dynamic going on in the home for Cancers. I'm just seeing the Fox being really strategic about how they move with the home. You could be moving. I'm seeing the coffin next to the house, so you could be moving to a new home. That's also followed by the Man card. So with the Man at the end of the line, if you are a male, this is really centered around you. If you are a woman, this is centered around a man that you will be with at that time. So it does look like Cancers are like moving or ending some major dynamic in their home this week. Yeah. So here with the Anchor card, the Anchor is saying that there's a temporary adjustment, a temporary period of adjustment as you move into this new dynamic, especially within the home, definitely ending. So it's either saying moving on from a home, being really strategic about it, or changing some dynamic in the home. And this could be an emotional one, but you're also being very it's very structured about how you're going about this situation, maybe because it's major. Okay, so that is for Cancers. Now we are moving on to Leos. Calling on the ancestors and spirit guides of Leos. Let's give guidance and direction for May 31st to June 6th. May 31st to June 6th. For Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, 5 cards. Okay, For Leos, May 31st to June 6th. Here we have the home card. Home for stability, security, place of the number 4, the energy of 4, Saturn. Here we have the Rider card for things happening quickly, returning to the past, resolution of past issues. Here we have the cross card. So the cross represents spirituality, religion, learning more, personal growth. Here we have the Bear card for something major happening, a major occurrence. And here we have the clouds for worry or circulating thoughts. Okay. So Leo's overarching card. Overarching card is the Garden for Leos. So here, this is about the dynamic of stability. It could have to do with the home. So what I'm sensing is that there is going to be some resolution of something going on within the home this week. Something that involves your spirituality, or you could be looking towards stability, reflecting on stability and security, and making a major move that requires you to have trust in yourself. So it's somewhat existential, right? So it's like finding personal growth through resolution of the past, thinking about stability in the past. It feels like this is an existential thing for Leos, especially, you know, with the Bear. Right after the Bear is the clouds. So if you are a Leo and you've been thinking about So if you've been thinking about a personal growth or a spiritual change, or maybe even a religious change, you could be going into this to bring more stability into your life and really thinking about that during this week. But then also with the Garden card, it seems like there are going to be very influential people in this process. So you are not alone, and you're going to be relying on your network, right? So that is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So moving on to number 6, the Virgo. Virgo, May 31st to June 6th. May 31st to June 6th for Virgo. May 31st to June 6th for Virgo. May 31st to June 6th for Virgos. Okay. Virgo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So here for Virgo, let me pull it overarching. We have the Man, which represents a man of significance. If you are a man, this represents you. Here we have the Tree for stability, security, planting roots, longevity, long-term connections. The Snake for tension, shadow, secrecy, sharp communication. The Coffin for endings and transitions. The Stork for a new beginning. And then the overarching card is the Home card. So for Virgos, if you are a man, you could be thinking about maturing and becoming a mature person. How do you mature? How do you go about that? Kind of being more private, but I'm just seeing Virgos being more private about how they mature, but you're doing things that are gaining maturity. There's a part, so I feel like Virgo males in particular are going through like a change in personality. Right? Like something is changing about your personality, and you are becoming more mature. If you are a woman, you are becoming more mature around masculinity or a male influence, like men, right? You're becoming more mature around men. how you deal with men, how you interact with men. Older men, could be family if you are a woman. You could, and you also are going through a change in personality. This has to do with house and structure, but it feels more like family. So I wonder, this is about people who you're the closest to, the closest with. So you're making this change in your personality because you want more stability in your home relationships, the close relationships. Okay, so that is for Virgo. We are moving on to number 7. Number 7 is Libra. Libra, ancestors and spirit guides of Libra. They give guidance and direction. Guidance and direction for Libra for May 31st. May 31st to June 6th. May 31st to June 6th. May 31st to June 6th for Libra. May 31st to June 6th. Okay. 5 card spread. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your spread. Okay, Libra. So here we have the home card. The home represents a place of this is the mountain. So the mountain represents feeling stuck, feeling stagnant. It feels like having a roadblock. Here we have the cross card for spirituality, for religion, personal growth. Here we have the bear card for something major happening, a major experience. We have the man for a man of significance. And we have the tree for long-term connection, family connection. And then we have here the snake card. The snake is for tension, secrets. Okay, so for Libra, Libras, I wonder if you're having some issue in your family life this week. You could be hashing out some stalemates. So you could be talking about stalemates, secret thoughts you're having about partners, secret thoughts you're having about men in your life, particularly men you've known for a long period of time. Okay, so men you've known for a while. They could be older men, so they could also be in your family. This is the same if you are a man. This is about connections in your family, and it could very well be male connections. It's not family, it's talking about a friend, right? Talking about someone of significance to you that you've been at a stalemate with. You've been trying to think, how do you move past this, right? It's the cross card, so I'm really learning a lot about how do you move past this indecisive stage with men, with males, older males, and that's going to be major for you to have this, but you could be bringing something into light. Also with the bear next to the cross, be mindful of temper, be mindful of yelling, and to really get past the stalemate. Just being mindful of that. I'm not seeing the conflict cards, but with the bear in the center, you could very well be moved to be manipulative in a major way, because the snake is the overarching theme. Okay, so that is for Libra. Moving on to Scorpio. Ancestors and spirit guides of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ancestors and spirit guides of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So you have guidance and direction for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 31st to June 6th. Okay, so Scorpio, here we have the ship card. So the ship represents movement and travel. Here we have the crossroads for being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision. The lily is for authenticity and sincerity. The snake for tension, hidden information, hidden knowledge, sharp communication. The clover for spontaneity and good luck. And then the overarching card is the home card for stability and security. Okay, so the first three cards. So Scorpios, I wonder if you're making a decision, if you're going to travel. Maybe you're thinking about leaving the home. You could be thinking about leaving the home for the first time, or leaving the home for something that you really need to leave the home for. You have to travel to get somewhere. It really feels authentic, like you need to make the decision to leave, or actually maybe following what feels the most authentic or the most sincere thing for you to do around that time. That could cause you to be somewhat, maybe somewhat secretive about some of your thoughts, but these secret thoughts, they come out spontaneously, right? With the clover and the snake. So you spontaneously say some of these thoughts you've been having as you're making this decision to travel. Metaphorically, right, the ship could represent moving on from a situation. So moving on, being at a crossroads with moving on, needing to move on. So you're either needing to make a decision or needing to move on from a situation, and you're trying to do that in the most sincere way as possible. And it does seem like some secret thoughts, some private thoughts are going to be popping up spontaneously in conversation. And here the overarching theme is the home card. So this affects your stability in some way, or Scorpio. So needing to move on or needing to travel. It could be moving from a home, but it also could be about making a decision for your stability, like a major decision to move on from some sort of situation. And that's going to be happening this week. Okay, so moving on to number 9. Number 9 is Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Guidance and direction for Sagittarius. Ancestors and spirit guides are the highest good of Sagittarius for May 31st to June 6th. May 31st to June 6th for Sagittarius. May 31st to June 6th for Sagittarius. Okay, 5 cards. Okay, so here we have the mountain. So the mountain for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising represents feeling stuck or stagnant. We have the ship. So very similar cards to Scorpio and Libra, but we have the ship for movement and travel. The crossroads for being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision. The sun for happiness, success, and a time period. The coffin for endings and transitions. And the overarching theme is the stork for brand new beginnings, fresh beginnings. Okay, so for Sagittarius, Sagittarius, it seems like you've been ready to go. You've been ready to move on. You've been ready to travel, to get past a certain situation, and you have been feeling very stuck. Especially over the past 3 weeks. Number 3 comes up. You're going to have a decision. So you're going to have a choice. You could travel. You could make the decision to move, to be on movement, to make either metaphorically make this like really big progressive move, or you could have the opportunity to actually move, to physically move, to travel. But once you do, it feels very conclusionary, like you're bringing a conclusion to something here. So it's the ending with the stork as the new beginning. The new beginning is the new beginning is the overarching theme. So with the stork, I'm getting a sense that If you make this decision, if you take up this opportunity, there's no going back. It feels like this is it. This is a new like lifestyle shift. Or you might not have the opportunity easily available to you. You might be limited if you try to go back. So something is definitely shifting. Once you make the decision, you're going to be happy with it. Don't get me wrong, especially it's summer. It's very bright outside. And at the same time, you're in it. You're in it. So going back probably would not work out this week. Okay, so that is for Sagittarius. Now we're moving on to number 10. So number 10 is Capricorn. Capricorn guidance and direction. May 31st, June 6th, May 31st, June 6th for Capricorn. Sun. Ooh, look what card popped up. Sun, Moon, Rising. This is the card that popped up. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. These are your 5 cards for May 31st to June 6th. Okay, so here we have the tree. So the tree represents stability. It represents security, planting roots, long-term connections, family. Here we have the clouds for worry, circulating thoughts. The moon for intuition, going into the unknown, some uncertainty. Here we have the key for a new beginning, unlocking a new door. Here we have the Fox card for someone charming, alluring, very thought-focused, decreasing emotionality. And then here we have the ring. The ring is the overarching theme, commitments. So Capricorn, things are shifting in the family life of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Definitely in your long-term connections. This feels like social connections. You're worrying either about family, you're worrying about your long-term connections. You're going into a very uncertain space in your family long-term connections, which is then followed by the key and the Fox card. So to deal with the uncertainty, you seem to be very strategic. It seems like you're coming up with a plan for your long-term connections, a plan for how you'll communicate with your long-term connections, a plan for structure with your family. So creating plans, something that you would be committing to. So making a decision, seems like a firm decision to interact with your family or long-term connections in a certain way after a period of worry. That is the final decision after the period of worry. So that is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So we are getting close to the end of the zodiac, and we are picking up with Aquarius. Aquarius, right? Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 31st to June 6th for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ace of Sons, Spirit. So let's go for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 31st to June 6th. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Overarching card. Okay. So, Aquarius, here we have the Coffin card, which represents endings and transitions. The Stork for new beginnings. The Birds card for peaceful communication, in-person communication, networking. Here we have the Snake for tension, secrets, hidden information. The Bear for something major happening, a major experience. And the Clover card for spontaneity and good luck. So I feel like for Aquarius, this week, it feels like your life is changing. When we have the coffin and the stork, you're adjusting to some major life-changing experience, and you have to communicate something that has been on your mind. Just be mindful. Okay, so I feel like with Aquarius, the snake and the bear card is saying something that you've had in mind. There's something in your communication style that's going to be shifted. You also might have to suppress certain thoughts in a major way, especially as you're communicating after this life-changing experience. I'm seeing like a lot of suppression or like thoughts about communication that seem to be, there's something that you're not expressing that could come into light spontaneously. The overarching theme here is the clover. So clover represents spontaneity, and it also is saying that you might speak very bluntly, speak very to the point, especially as your life has shifted. People will be speaking to you that way. You will be around like very blunt communication, things that have been said in the dark. You're hearing a lot of like hearing or thinking about a lot of things that you've been pushing down. You're thinking a lot more about it, and it's possible you can have these spontaneous communications about that or be around it, be a party to it, right? So that is for Aquarius for May 31st to June 6th. And last but not least, we have Pisces. So Pisces, May 31st to June 6th. Very good. So Pisces. Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Cool. Okay. Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, May 31st to June 6th. 5-card spread. Okay, so here we have the home card. So the home card represents stability, security. It could represent your home. Here we have the tree. The tree represents long-term experience, longevity, family. Here we have the stork for new beginnings, brand new beginnings, freshness. The birds card for peaceful communication, in-person communication. The ring card for commitment, security, and overarching theme is the heart for love. Okay. So the home, the tree, and the stork. So Pisces, you're going to be making a very major decision regarding stability. So regarding your home, regarding foundation. I feel like you're planting roots for foundational, like a home. It could also represent a job. So you're definitely planting the roots of security, something that you're about to commit to. This is going to last you for some time, for a while. And then here with the stork for a new beginning, I really feel like you are going to be in contact with, so you're going to be in contact with people that you're committing to. So I wonder if you're making this these decisions for security, planting your roots in relationships as well. But if it's not like a romantic thing, it's definitely going to be like someone is there. So by making a commitment for stability and security, there's someone there with you. There's someone that finds importance in this, and there's a partnership here in some sort of way in this lifelong commitment. That could be relationship, but that could also be dynamic as well, especially with the heart card, right? So this is something that you would love. So being committed to this secure situation. So you are either in in a very happy relationship, and or actually I should say, you've recently started a secure, stable dynamic in a relationship. And that secure, stable dynamic has to do with planting roots. So buying home, buying property, or you're in a secure, stable dynamic in a partnership that impacts your security for a long time. So you're going to be making this major decision this week, or taking a part of it, beginning this major commitment. Okay, so that is May 31st to June 6th for all signs, sun, moon, and rising. Until next time, bye.